Hello everyone, this is Aniket and today we will be talking about organic chemistry specifically. I would go into the tits and bits of how to study organic chemistry and what I did in my 2 years of preparation to make this subject easy. Honestly, this subject is very scoring if the strategy is set right and the reference books are in hand. So I'm going to exactly let you know how to score full in organic chemistry like I did in my Neet 2021 to score 675. Do check the video out till the end and I would stop talking right now and we would get right into this video. First we'll start by talking about general organic chemistry, also known as GOC. Many students skip this part feeling that it is not exactly asked in the exam, but the fact is that it is the very base of organic chemistry and it is taught in 11th, but many students skip it simply by thinking it is not important. So the fact is that it is very essential to know the IUPAC, isomerism effects, induction effects, resonance effects, and also the alpha hydrogen effect, which is also H effect. You should also know which compounds are nucleophilic, electrophilic, and also should know about which reactions are additive reactions, elimination reactions, and substitution reactions. So all of this is covered in GOC, right? So if you do not understand these reactions or you have doubts in GOC, then your organic chemistry would anyways be weak, because when you make a house, then the strength of the house depends on its very base, and GOC is the base of the house, that is organic chemistry. So you really need to go through your GOC. To go through it, you can check out any channel on YouTube. There are many videos on GOC I have searched, and I had also cleared many doubts of mine through YouTube as well. Or also, if GOC is covered sufficiently in your coaching or tuitions, then that should be just about it. So once you have cleared your base for organic chemistry, then we can move on to the real organic chemistry that will be taught in the further chapters. Once you have covered your GOC, then we can talk about the main organic content that would come in the further chapters of class 11th, which includes hydrocarbons, and another chapter, environmental chemistry, and also the chapters from class 12th, which include alcohol, phenols, and ethers, and also carboxylic acids, aldehyde, ketones, as you may already know, and also the first chapter, which includes SN1, SN2 reactions. It is basically based on halides, haloalkanes, and haloarenes. So these are the further chapters which constitute the main content for organic chemistry. Now that you know that the things that you need to study for building a base in organic, and that the fact that you need to read main organic content only after studying GOC, there are a few things that I would like to clear as to how to read the main organic content. So take a pen and paper and grab a seat, because this is going to be very interesting for you guys to know. The first thing being, see your previous year questions, because previous year questions dekhe bina I don't think you would know how the questions are actually asked in Neet, and previous year questions dekhe bina there's no point. Why are you even giving the exam if you don't even know what the exam wants to ask, right? So previous year questions dekho and at least check them till 2019 जब से NTA paper set करने लग गया है. And the one thing that you would find is NCERT से बाहर एक भी question नहीं आया है for organic chemistry. The organic chemistry is totally NCERT based since NTA has been setting papers. So I can assure you कि आपके time में भी if NTA is setting paper, it is going to be NCERT based. You can write this down. So the fact being कि you should stick to your NCERT, go line by line for NCERT, and also read all the name reactions. Remember, even the intermediate products that are being formed, they are asked blatantly in Neet. So please read your NCERT a couple of times. Make sure that you do not forget even a small detail that is mentioned in your NCERT. And another thing that you need to make sure is you make your own notes for organic chemistry. I'm saying so again and again because notes ke bina organic chemistry nahi ho payega. That is so because organic chemistry is a subject which requires memorization, logical application. So you need to be repetitively checking out the same topics again and again. And if you do not repetitively refer to the same topics, you would start forgetting them. And if you forget them, you would not be able to answer the question. So the point being is, if you keep your notes in handy, then whenever you want to revise organic, you can check and go through your notes, and you would go through all the topics again. And you can do this many times, several times in a week, and that is going to be very easy for you to remember organic chemistry in detail. That's what I did. I made a full book just for organic chemistry, and I referred and I mentioned all the reactions that I knew on it, chapter wise, and I assigned them topic wise as well, which made it very easy to revise, and also that helped me in memorizing every single detail that is mentioned in NCERT, and which helped me score full in organic. So if you want to do it as well, I would definitely tell you, please make your own notes for organic chemistry. It is absolutely necessary. So now you guys know that you need to build your GOC, you need to study your main organic chemistry afterwards. You now know how to study the main organic chemistry. Now the next similar doubt that many students have is where to practice questions for organic from. Now the things that I practice from is what I'm going to mention here. I used NCERT back exercise questions, very important. They are asked in board exams as well, as many of my fellow 12th standard students would have been facing. And the next thing being is कि नीट में भी क्वेश्चन सीधा आ सकते हैं एनसीईआरटी से, बिकॉज एज आई सेड एनसीईआरटी बेस्ड पेपर है. एनसीईआरटी में अगर क्वेश्चन है देन वो डेफिनेटली आ सकते हैं नीट में. सो डू प्रैक्टिस एनसीईआरटी बैक एक्सरसाइज क्वेश्चंस. The next thing that I would say that I practiced my questions from was Akash modules. And if you are going to Allen, then you can use your Allen modules as well. Or if you do not go to any coaching institutes, then I would recommend practicing previous year questions. 33-year-old previous year question वाले books मिलते हैं, वो खरीद लो and सारे previous year questions practice कर लो. उससे आपको एक idea आ जाएगा कि questions कैसे आते हैं एक exam में, and also you would have a lot of objective questions to practice from for organic, which is very essential. The next thing that I'm going to talk about are the 3 chapters that are ignored by almost everybody, which includes biomolecules, polymers, and chemistry in everyday life. And I'm saying so because many of my classmates also have ignored this. I would not take their names, but the thing being that इसमें से questions directly आ जाते हैं, and these are very easy scoring subjects, and you can assure yourself 15 marks in a NEET exam just by going through these 3 chapters. These chapters are based on rote memorization. That's why many students hate and they do not go through them regularly. But I would have to plead and insist कि please go through these chapters. Assure yourself 15 marks, because why not? Why would you just let 15 marks go out of the box? 15 marks mean you can assure yourself such a good college. So why not? That's my question. So definitely go through these chapters and remember each and every example and the compounds which are mentioned in these chapters, because these chapters are very important. And please stick to NCERT for these chapters. You do not have to even lift a page outside of NCERT for these 3 chapters, that I can assure you. Environment chemistry is another one of these chapters which are not only ignored by the 11th standard students but also blatantly ignored by the NEET aspirants. I was not one of them. I definitely went through this chapter again and again, and I can assure you you do need to go through this chapter repetitively, because if they want to make a tough question, they are going to make it from this chapter. This is not just a chapter from where greenhouse gases के questions आ सकते हैं, but also in the last page of this chapter you will find that there are several compounds mentioned which are environment friendly or biodegradable, and these compounds can directly be asked. Then you would be lost if you haven't studied these chapters. There are many examples for smog as well, photochemical smog examples. Many questions can be made from these chapters. So you do need to go through all of these chapters which I just mentioned, because these are the most ignored chapters, so examiners do have their own fun in asking questions from them. The chapter that I would talk about is General Principles of Organic Chemistry. I guess that was the name for it. And it is another chapter in class 11th. I guess it is a chapter number 12, and that's another chapter that many students ignore. Now you might be surprised that you might have not ignored it, at least in your mind, because many students just read the starting part of the chapter, which includes the inductive resonance and H effect, but they then just skip the quantitative qualitative analysis, because कौन पढ़े. बट आई वुड टेल यू दैट वहाँ से नीट 2020 में एक क्वेश्चन पूछा गया था क्रोमेटोग्राफी में, एंड तुम्हारे नीट में भी डेफिनेटली आ सकता है. सो यू डू नीड टू गो थ्रू द क्वालिटेटिव क्वांटिटेटिव एनालिसिस mentioned in that chapter. It is another chapter based on just memorization, and you need to make notes of all these memorization chapters, because without making your own notes and without repetitively going through them, I don't think any mortal human being can remember so many stuff. So it's my another humble sincere request कि प्लीज़ ये चैप्टर स्किप मत करो एंड अच्छे से रट्टा लगा लो, बिकॉज आपको इससे 15 से 20 मार्क्स ऐसे ही मिल जाएंगे, ऐसे ही, and you would be already ahead of your peer groups. So if you want to be different from others and score full in organic chemistry, you need to take these steps as well. That concludes this video. I hope it might have cleared your doubts as to how I studied my organic chemistry in the last 2 or 3 years actually after the postponing of NEET. But basically ऐसे ही पढ़ना होता है, and if you guys do follow this, you can score full in organic chemistry as I did, because I did nothing out of the box. I just followed these things that I just mentioned in the video. Do make sure to like, because honestly yaar, these likes and comments is nothing but very wholesome for me. It feels so good to know that I am actually helping people out by my videos, and I connect to all of you NEET aspirants emotionally and mentally, and I know the pressure you guys must be going through. It's a humble request, do show some love, because honestly yaar, तुम्हारे प्यार के बिना I don't know, I would not have been posting consecutively for 4 days. Make sure to subscribe, because honestly I would not stop posting content, because now, as you might have seen, I'm consecutive and I'm going to post each day, every day, new content and very valuable content for all of you guys, all of you friends. And that's about it, I guess. Have a great day ahead and all the very best for all the future endeavors. I am out, signing out. Peace, bye bye, good night, or whenever, good morning, whenever you're watching this video. I just don't know how to stop it, I guess. Bye.